Hawks fans. The NBA Summer League is now, it has already started. And of course, for the Atlanta Hawks, it starts this Friday. And it has major implications for the Atlanta Hawks' future. Of course, we're going to see some old faces. We're even going to see some new faces and people that you possibly have forgotten about. Again, these group of guys, it's going to be incredible to see what we have going forward. And we can get a small glimpse into the future of what we are looking at. We could definitely take a look at Asa Newell. We could take a look at all these different players. Of course, Asa Newell, who was the number 23 pick in this year's draft. The Atlanta Hawks, honestly, they got a major steal out of the situation, squeezing a 2026 first round unprotected draft pick, which it could possibly turn into a top 4 or 5 pick. So we can go through all of that rigmarole, and the Atlanta Hawks, of course, are in my opinion, a prime position to do as they please going into the next season. So with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and welcome into the show. What's happening, everybody? My name is Walter Pollard. This is Atlanta Hawks Digest. Now, of course, like I always say, in our shows or whatnot, man, I definitely appreciate you guys for watching and viewing. Myself and Chris Tillmore, we're here to give you guys nonstop content, nonstop information and updates on these Atlanta Hawks. Because again, from what we've already seen thus far this year, you dig what I'm saying? Though it was disappointing to lose out in the play-in tournament, ironically to the Miami Heat, and being X'd out early before the playoffs could even start. Yeah, that was disappointing, but you have to take into account the moves that have been made by the Atlanta Hawks. And I go through this all the time. Well, first of all, let me stop real quick. I was about to go into a tangent. Anywho, thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Definitely please continue to hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Also, too, I wanted to point out, man, I'm super excited. This number keeps growing, and I want it to keep growing. That's why I've been bringing it up, because I appreciate everybody for joining in on this ride that we are on right now, man. We hadn't even been a year in, and granted, we've already jumped up to 2,396. Can't wait to get to 3,000, and I know that you guys are definitely on the ride with us. So with all that being said, definitely appreciate you guys. Now, again, Summer League has started. The Atlanta Hawks, they're going to be taking on the Miami Heat this Friday, 4:30 p.m. And, I am excited to the fact that, hey, we're going to get a chance to see what our team looks like. And there are a group of guys that, of course, that are on this roster. There's going to be some new faces. There's going to be some old faces and people that you've kind of forgot about. This man right here, of course, Onsi Saleh, has definitely been working his tail off. And I do believe that this is a chance for Atlanta Hawk fans to see what we have going into the season. And these aren't guys, I don't expect for these guys to be playing big time minutes. Only a few, to be honest. Only a couple I do see making any kind of impact on the team going forward. But it wouldn't hurt to look at what our reserve, because these are some of the guys that are going to be on the Skyhawks. These are some of the guys that have already been on the Skyhawks. Some of these guys are, fighting for one of the roster spots. I believe there's only 3 roster spots left that are available. I'm not sure if the Atlanta Hawks have used that, extra petty cash or money that they have set aside in order to bring in a veteran, Chris Paul. I would hope that they do use that. I hope they hadn't used it already. But if they could bring somebody in like Chris Paul, be awesome. It would be awesome to get somebody like him in, but that's another story for another time. But going forward, again, this NBA Summer League roster, I have to say, I do like seeing this. There are some faces that you haven't seen in a while. Of course, you've got Kobe Buffkin, who I think this is major of him. You got somebody who's 2 years removed from his graduation in college at Michigan. Hadn't been on the floor due to injury and things of that such. He's going to be in the Summer League. I don't expect him to be playing a lot in the Summer League, but to come back, having something to prove to everybody that he is, going to be a part of this team and he's going to be here to work. I'm kind of impressed by that. So major shouts out to Kobe Buffkin. Now, again, this will be the first time that the Atlanta Hawks fans and faithful will be able to see 2025 first-round draft pick Asa Newell. So that's even going to be pretty good. He's going to be involved in the Summer League. And what he's going to do, I'm kind of excited to see. Again, we've even already seen Asa Newell working out with some of the other guys with the Hawks, and he's been down at the Hawks facility practicing, getting shots up and things of that such. So again, with Asa Newell, being on this team going forward, I do believe that this will be a great look for him. He could get some live action reps, and we can, again, we in the Hawks faithful, we can see what we have to expect out of Asa Newell and other guys. Also, I want to go through a few other guys that, we have seen before, but hadn't been there in a while. Nikola Jersic. I want to say, if I'm saying his right name correctly, and again, you can check and see Nikola Jersic. He was drafted last year in the second round. So we only had 2 draft picks last year. And of course, he was drafted in the second round. They said that he was going to be on the Skyhawks last year, but unfortunately, I do believe that there was an injury that he sustained or that he was repairing or something like that sidelined him for the remainder of the season. So we weren't able to get a good look at him or even see him to some degree. And of course, we needed somebody and some help because we had a lot of issues with the injury bug. We've even brought guys up like Daquan Plowden and guys like that up to the NBA to help us, the Atlanta Hawks over at State Farm Arena. So, of course, seeing this young man coming back into the fold and getting some hopefully he can be a part of the NBA roster and he can help, the teams, the team, the Hawks, do what they have to do to, be in the best position to get some playoffs or get into the playoffs. The full roster, of course, we got, Jack. Yeah, we got Jack McVay. We got Jake Stevens, Jack White. Jack White, Jake Stevens, Jack McVay, Nelly Joseph Jr., Lamont Butler, Eli Ndehi, Dwight Murray Jr., Adam Flagler, Devon Smith, Javen Johnson, Jacob Toppin. Who knew that, Obi Toppin, his brother, is with the Atlanta Hawks, and he will be on this G League roster as well. And going further, I do want to point out the people that I am on the lookout for. These guys, I do believe that they are, players to watch. These are guys that we could see them possibly having an impact for the Atlanta Hawks. I already went through Kobe Buffkin. I already, talked about Asa Newell, Nikola Jersic. Just a quick update again with not Asa Newell, but with Kobe Buffkin. Again, this is his 3rd year in the NBA. Again, that's not unheard of to see a 3rd-year guy, a 3rd-year veteran playing in the Summer League. But this is a chance for Kobe Buffkin to reiterate or let a lot of other people know that, hey, he is somebody that is gunning for the backup point guard position. He is he has expectations, or he carries the expectations of being a reliable defender. He's somebody that can also be a floor general while Trae Young is off of the floor. So with that being said, I'm hoping that Kobe Buffkin can definitely show up and at least make a difference, not just for the Summer League, but for the Hawks going forward this season. Other people that I wanted to mention, again, Asa Newell, Jacob Toppin, and also, too, somebody that we, of course, are excited to see, and that is not Jacob Toppin, but that is Kobe Johnson, the brother of Jalen Johnson. Did not know that, he was coming. Actually, I did know that he was coming to the Hawks. He came from the UCLA Bruins last year. Take a listen to what he had to say about being with the Atlanta Hawks.
First few days of practice been like for you, working with NBA coaches and kind of finding ways to develop your game?
It's been intense, for sure. It's definitely a step up from college, but I'm just trying to come in here and be as competitive as possible. I'm just trying to get better each and every day, and that's the main goal.
Kobe, what abilities are you trying to show the Hawks that you have over the stretch of time?
I'm trying to show them that I'm the best defender in this country. I think I truly have the tools and the capabilities to be able to lock up any player that I guard. So I'm trying to come in to these practices in the summer league to show that I can be the best defender on the court.
Again, definitely liking the guy. I like that he has that drive. And then, too, check out this. Again, the guy's been all these young guys have been in Atlanta already. They've been at the Hawks facility working, getting ready for Summer League. So now it's just time for us to see the finished product on the court and see what we can expect. You dig what I'm saying, for these group of guys and how they can better help the Atlanta Hawks going forward. Again, a lot to look forward to. We'll definitely keep you guys updated as far as the Summer League. Friday again at 4:30 Eastern Standard Time is what time the Atlanta Hawks will be playing the Miami Heat. So, again, I'm excited to see how this is. And, hey, we can see it's only up from here. Again, there's expectations of the playoffs. Actually, Trae Young and what's his name? KP. They call him KP, but Kristaps Porzingis, they're looked at as one of the top duos in the NBA right now. So, again, a lot to be expected. But for right now, the Summer League is underway. You guys have been asking for basketball. You guys been waiting for basketball. Here it is. Make sure you guys tune in. My name is Walter Pollard. This is Atlanta Hawks Digest, and I'm signing out. Peace.